All right, so speaking of Dansby, can you take us through how that went, specifically what happened in terms of the signing and when the final moments you thought you were getting close and, sort of your reaction and you guys talking about it?
Yeah, well, first of all, we had a really, really good recruiter in Carter. Carter grew up basically in the same neighborhood as him. He played, played summer ball with his brother. They both went to Vanderbilt, so that was really helpful just from a personal
both have great hair.
Yeah. He's got you beat a little.
Yeah. So no, we had a great meeting with him in Atlanta, and then we were talking to his agent throughout. It was always a very positive vibe, and it was also interesting that in the middle of all the madness of free agency, Dansby was getting married. So we had the winter meetings ended on Thursday, and then his rehearsal dinner was on Friday. The wedding was on Saturday, and so the agent sort of said, "Listen, like." He's not going to talk about baseball for like 3 or 4 days, which is understandable. And so that put like a pause in the middle of the negotiation.
That create anxiety?
Yeah, because I think that these guys are flying off the board, and meanwhile, we knew we were heavily involved with Dansby, but you couldn't talk for 3 or 4 days. I ended up getting the deal done. It was funny. I was at Scott Harris's wedding in San Francisco, and his rehearsal dinner was actually it was at the ballpark. He's new with the Tigers now, but when he planned the wedding, he was still with the Giants, and so the rehearsal dinner was at the ballpark. And so I was putting the final touches on the deal with Dansby, and I was walking around the outfield of AT&T Park, which I thought was amazing. But yeah, I got it done that weekend, and we were really excited. But it was interesting. It was a little bit of slower process than some of the other ones, and I think in part his wedding was part of that.
I think the funnier part of that too was Jed and I were basically like dissecting our weddings. We're like, okay, so on day 2 of the wedding, he's probably gonna have like a 3-hour block. Did you have that 3-hour block at your wedding? Like, I bet you he could actually look at the offer then, and like, yeah, we had no clue,
right.
But what else were we gonna talk about?
Yeah, that's how you analyze it.